Are you subconsciously waiting for to earn your happiness by wallowing and waddling in your worries and sadness? I trust that that might be the case. And how do I know it? Because I also experienced that. And I know that I'm not alone, just one odd apple to somehow when I'm more disconnected from myself, wallowing in the sadness and feeling that I have to earn my happiness, otherwise, I don't deserve that. I have to keep struggling, and the more I struggle, then I finally will earn the happiness. And it feels like a reverse psychology that you possibly heard and experienced for years through different environments, through growing up with the childhood, through work, through school. It was that behavioral psychology to somehow get you to comply and either uh, like if you felt like start wanna be didn't know what's going on and you wanted to be true to yourself, but other were telling you and you were rebelling, the more reverse psychology was put in to get you to comply to other people expectations, to other people wishes, to other people uh, discernments of how it should look like culturally and religiously or politically, whatever kind of your parents or your environments were around, they somehow were influence you and your ability for that discernment and feeling that there is something wrong if you're not struggling and if you not earning the happiness. That's the only gateway to the happiness, and it's actually furthest from the truth emotions because we do lacking understanding of our emotions, and we also were subconsciously operating on those emotions and don't know what to do about them. We fight many times fighting them or trying to avoid them or trying to hide behind them, and we don't understand why they moving through our body. Emotions are energy emotions, and we get to allow to move them through our body in more of a conscious way, more understanding way, not just logical way, to somehow create more of that happiness. And if you want to have a little bit more logical explanation, whatever you focus on expands. So, a simple thing, when you keep focusing on sadness and worries, guess what? You will be just keep expanding that sadness and worries. When the opposite is true, and this is nothing to do with reverse psychology, just expansion. You get to keep consciously choosing to expand in one area of happiness, and you actually start experience more happiness. And it seems like easier said than done, and it is because of all that we experience for so long, living through the subconscious, living through from that limited belief that things have to be a certain way. It takes time to shift that. It takes time to come back to return to our own truth of how it should look like, how the happiness, how to expand our happiness. And yes, even when we start consciously practicing more that expansion in the happiness, there might be sad moments that will show up and can create some doubts and can create some logical explanation and excuses. Well, I experience happiness and now it's sadness because I don't deserve that happiness, and you can get yourself back to that limited belief very easily. So then there's uh, being more awakened to to operate from your conscious and from your discernment, your inner power, where you can, okay, thank you for that thought. However, I'm again choosing more happiness because I deserve it, because I trust that things will work out for me, because even though I don't know how they will work out, you stop attempting to control how you want those things to to work. You can put the intention for sure, however, not focusing so much on the how, because that can get you lost as well. When you putting so much focus on how to go about those things, can complicate things and will not allow you to see things from a bigger perspective. When emotionally you feel kind of drained, you feel worry, we feel sadness that things not working out your way, and that will not help to create that happiness. When you somehow start realizing, well, how much longer I have to be sad and worry about it, and start breaking through and experience some even tiny moments of happiness, then then you start seeing things from a different perspective. Your body start more relaxing, your mind become more open, your heart become more open, and you start transforming that, and can start expanding even more on that happiness, that actually it's also a getaway to joy, and the one that it's lasting, because we also kind of many times, yes, it's an emotion, so it's not something that you can just hold on for 24/7. It is energy in motion, so it's the thing is to help you to move through the body, uh, and as unfortunately mind many times is there for us, for our protection, and we get to use that for the discernment, not to limit ourselves with our mind, but to expand our mind. And emotion can help with that expansion of the mind, where we start using our mind more consciously, when we start having a more understanding of our emotions, not just on conceptual levels, but energetic levels, how observation levels, what those emotions are, how they affecting us, and what they doing to our mind, to our heart, to our body, and how to take actions, and what to expand, like to more happiness, to keep transforming those experiences, and to consciously choosing to experience the fulfillment and satisfaction in your life, and somehow trusting more that you deserve that, that you worth it, that you don't have to earn that. To deserve your happiness, because it's your life and you are creator of your life. So dropping expectation of others and high expectations of yourself that you many times inheriting from others, with high expectations of you, uh, like, and allowing for things to start transforming to more of the happiness and leading you to more joy, where your life start looking more fulfilled, where your life start looking more satisfied on a daily basis. And that's where you can actually become the best version of yourself, and being more conscious of living your legacy on a daily basis, and being more authentic. That's what creates the difference for you, and that's what will create a difference for others. It's not how much you will suffer, but how much you actually allow to be the best version of yourself, that will make that difference. We also get to kind of break through those beliefs, subconscious, that were practiced for so long, that became subconscious. So creating more of those subconscious habits and beliefs that will serve us to make that fulfilling life and living our legacy is to make those choices and practice more of expansion of the happiness instead of expansion of sadness and worries. And even if it will take some practice, even if it will take some redirections from when you get to happiness and start expanding there, and some sadness shows up, that you still have the choice to redirect yourself to that happiness and to experience eventually more joy and satisfaction and fulfillment, and keep stepping more to your power and using your voice and being a best version of yourself and living your legacy. And would love to also share some practical tools how to go about it. What it's could be very simple to redirect yourself from that sadness and worry, constant worry, to the happiness. Like I mentioned, emotions are energy in motions. When you swinging one way, you get to go back to the center, like in a pendulum. If you can picture a pendulum, it's swinging one way, one of those string with the ball, swinging to one way of the sadness. It gets to go back to the center, and to actually to go to the other side, and to the happiness. And that crucial thing to be able to recenter and to transform is getting back to your center, to experience more, to be in a better place, to experience more of your happiness. And it's ongoing journey. So when the sadness shows up and worry again, you know that you get to come back to your center, to be able to move forward, and expand on the happiness and experience more of that ease and trust in your mind, in your body, in your heart. So what's the practical steps to it? One might be just putting your hands together and to close your eyes, taking a couple of or few deep breaths to create that connecting feeling with yourself, that your body start relaxing, your mind is in a easier, less tense state, and your heart is opening from the tension as well. The other one is touching your with your hand, one hand on your heart and one on your stomach, to create that safety, to notify your body that you're safe, to notify your heart that it's safe, to notify, and it will kind of start moving the energetically from your guts to your heart, to your mind, to open up, that it's safe for you to experience happiness, to experience other emotions. And when you kind of allowing to recenter yourself and start being more awakened, and discerning from your inner truth, that this is not something that has to be earned, the happiness, but this is your inheritance. The happiness, you do deserve the happiness, and you worthy of the happiness, and experience more of that happiness on a daily basis, not just for the special occasion. And there's some with my reflections, some even deeper realization coming, that it's not just about the happiness, it's about the joy, about the love, about the peace. Those are energies in motions as well, and the lighter energies. And we many times treating them as we have to earn them, otherwise we don't deserve them. And transforming that limitation by practicing more, not just on conceptual levels, but also energetic levels, that we can move through those emotions, we can recenter ourselves, we can create that safety. Another practical tip is to potentially hug yourself, to feel safe and at ease in your body, in your mind, in your heart, to trust yourself that you do deserve, and you don't have to earn, because it's your inheritance to experience happiness as much as you would like. There's no limit to that. There is abundance of happiness, abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of peace. This is how you start perceiving that, how you start getting your mind and your heart and your body on board to allowing for that to happen. That's kind of the keys to become that best version of yourself, because you're not just transforming that and returning back to yourself, to your home, for yourself, to make that real difference for yourself. You also, when you start making that real difference for yourself, your presence can be of true service to others. You're role modeling for others that it's possible for them, that it's possible for them to experience that happiness as well, that they don't have to struggle so much, that they don't have to work so hard to earn that happiness, or work so hard to earn love, joy, peace, to experience that, or even dropping, like putting some excuses that, well, why I have to work so hard, and I will just experience for a moment and it will go back to the sadness or worry. So what's the point in it? Well, that's again part of that expansion and conscious choices. When you consciously start observing and realizing yourself without that judgment, and give yourself a grace and compassion, and okay, thank you that that I'm kind of getting myself back to my limited belief around earning that happiness, and I have to be sad and worry first before it will happen, instead of wallowing too much until you tired of it. You just consciously, before it start expanding too big, to redirect yourself, to recenter yourself, to allow more of that expansion of the happiness that will be just keep leading you to more joy, and will you start feeling and even becoming a second nature with some practice of those exercises, and simple tools that you can do at any moment. It doesn't require a lot of efforts. You subconsciously start realizing that deservingness and worthiness of and that you love beyond the measures, to experience more of the happiness on a daily basis, and you then will be less willing to even directing yourself to the sadness. So I trust that it's helpful. That gives you some deeper understanding of start choosing your happiness consciously and living your legacy, because you are here as a visionary woman, especially, and leader, to be that role model for others, and that's the way to go about it. You cannot really role model, because you will role model things that were role model for you, like with your environment, that you have to kind of just keep earning and keep pushing yourself to earn your happiness. You get to be that awakened visionary and heart-centered woman, to show that it's actually a possibility of experience the happiness to and choosing more of that happiness, instead of keep dual expanding the sadness and worry, because it's not leading to anything, or any will not create any solutions will through that. And even if you thought, because at some point solutions were showing up when you had enough of that worry and start breaking through, and start choosing more of the happiness, at that point the solutions and some bright ideas start showing up, and that's what it's all about. So that's why it's so important for that happiness of that expansion and of those conscious choices, and creating a second through nature and best version of you, to standing in your power, using your voice, making those discernments easier, instead of just wallowing in some limitations, and be that role model, and keep expanding your presence, that other people can see and role model as well, in that new new environment. And well, a lot possibly still waking up, but there are much more people that waking up, and the visionary women usually are pioneering for others to waken up more, more of our collective to that possibility. For more, I looking forward to see you on the website at awaken women.com. There are blog posts that are shared on a weekly basis, and one this week was about emotional happiness. I've been kind of called to actually share about different topics to around physical, emotional, mental, emotional, spiritual levels, and put emphasis on through the months on different levels. They all are connected. However, it requires some emphasis, that expansion of certain areas to create more awareness, where maybe there is some need to pay more attention to create more of the awareness. Is it the physicality of your happiness is at stake, and or maybe it seems like maybe that's where uh, you pretty good at, or maybe there is a mental, maybe you're already attempting at being positive, and you feel the more positive, the more happiness you will experience. But maybe you start feeling like, well, but there's something like, okay, how it feels like unnatural to be positive when you actually down below feel sadness. And you actually taking yourself from that happiness. So that's where the emotional happiness, to have a deeper understanding of your emotions, that you also can make, and it's connected to the mental part, that you can put more conscious choices, you can put more focus to expand your happiness, and transform the sadness that you experience. And spirituality, emotions are also that first state to experience more of the spirituality, because it's all about the energy. Everything is about the energy, and we're learning more and more about it. Spirituality is that deeper connection to your source, and to your spirit, to God, to divine, whoever you want to feel more in alignment to call, where you becoming even more operating and standing in your power, and using voice with through your inner power, not the power, the outside power that we actually seeing right now at play. How much that external power and that limitation and disconnect is created right now in the world, to somehow attempt to manipulate and to control. And let's start being more conscious of not expanding on more of that control and manipulation, but expanding more on discernment of being more conscious, that it will and coming more from the inner power and our source, to expand that happiness, expand joy, peace. And when we start expanding that, it will also will ripple out to collective, will ripple out to our communities, families, and that's how we will make a true difference and create create a different experience. Will be living that through legacy on a daily basis. So without further ado, keep expanding in your happiness, in your joy, in your love, in your peace, in your light, because you are needed. And I'm here to co-create in a conscious community, an authentic community, to create more that immunity to against those controls and manipulation. So when you are interested to connect, you can put in a comment section connect, or you can also um, go to my website and schedule some time there. There are links available under each blog post, or there's a certain section of booking the time where you can book some time, and we can explore if some co-creation in a conscious and authentic community will be of service to you, where we can expand our presence and make a difference for whoever is in the community, and bring that more to a collective, to our communities, to our families, to our friends. So without further ado, sending so much love, joy, peace, light, and compassion, and see you again soon.